What? Huh? What? Oh, hey, Bottle.
So,
You gonna tell me about...
AVCon? Yeah, I mean, you don't really have anyone else breaking through your doors to say anything else.
Yeah, that's fair. Anyways, I've kind of already packed up for it. I'm kind of ready for it already, so...
Oh, they also told me to give you this package too. Want me to leave it here?
Uh, nah, just give it to my customs dude. He should be fine with it.
Alright, have fun with the package.
Man, I'm so fucking tired. Well, time to go to bed. Thank God I have nothing to work on right now.
Just wait the fuck
What?
up!
What? Huh?
Where's the AVCon video? It's been 9 months!
Sorry. I'm fucking tired of shit. I'll work on it now. I just kind of had to take a short nap.
Did you even open the box I gave you?
Uh.
Chunk, where is the box I gave you?
Oh, wait. No, that's right. It opened on its own.
Wait, what? Damn, that's crazy. Rocco Nana. 6767.
Jesus, I have run out of ideas for this intro. Holy fuck. Hello there, my name is Chunk, and you can call me Chunked, and welcome to Chunk Does, where I do random things in public. You know, the more that I say this intro, the more it kind of gets weird, because, I mean, these videos have basically been exclusive to only one place, but fucking stupid. Anyways, this is the fourth episode of you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna call it the fourth one, just to not confuse myself. Because this shit's getting confusing. Anyways, this is the fourth episode of the series, and let's do it all over again. Today, we have full access to AVCon, a convention that's based on anime, video games, and pretty much everything pop culture related. This year's main theme is all based on Power Rangers, or Super Sentai or Filthy Weed. And something that also happened was, your boy upgraded from media to creator. Aside from the new badge, I also have some extra perks, which is cool, I guess. Now, okay, I think I have a couple things that require explaining before I begin this whole video. So, let's start off with a small... Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let me set the stage. March 2025. After a day of recording vocals and voice lines for the April Fool's video...
This is the sound of a coyote. I got a lot.
I was just doom scrolling on my phone, as I usually do, when I suddenly saw a post on Instagram telling me that creator applications are now open for AVCon. Now, at first, I kinda got confused because, while yes, I do create content, and yeah, I do kinda count as a content creator, I was pretty skeptical that I could make it in because when I think of content creators, I think of people with really large followings, Twitch streamers, VTubers, whoever else is in that industry, and also the fact that media was still a category that I could apply for, which kinda just left me thinking for a bit. So, I started contemplating, checking the form back and forth, looking through the entire thing, until I eventually decided to apply, knowing that if I don't make it in, I'll just accept it and move on. They said it would take around 2 weeks to get a response, so I waited, and waited, and waited. Then the 2 weeks passed, and I had basically heard nothing. I kinda just let things be for a bit, and after a couple days, I got a ping from a friend saying that the creators that made it were gonna get announced soon. And those couple days were filled with anxiety and panic, and I just had to wait to see if I made it in. And eventually, the day came, the first wave of creators got announced, and, well, I wasn't there. So I decided to do what any sane person would do. I sussed out the people who did get accepted. And these guys had massive follower numbers on their main platforms. Like, kinda stuff in like the 10,000s. Doesn't sound like much, but trust me, that shit fucking... I just felt kinda just defeated. And at that point, I kinda just thought, whatever happens now will happen, and kinda just forgot about it. For about 4 days, when I was working on extra video stuff when I heard a notification from my business emails. Ah shit, That's probably just another login email. Bitch, you got accepted. Excuse me, fucking what? Y'all do not know the fucking panic and like me internally screaming. You do not. I pretty much just got jump scared by that email. But, you know, I made it in. Yippee, I guess. I don't fucking know. After almost dying from a fucking aneurysm, I finally read through the email after like 5 minutes of panicking, and attached was a link to a Discord server. That Discord server was exclusively for creators, artist alley people, and many others that were gonna be at AVCon. And the next 2 months were interesting. There was a lot of weird shit in there, and I was kind of just along for the ride. Okay, so after basically losing all my brain cells before the convention even started, it was finally time. When I got into the city, I had realized that I didn't charge my camera battery. So like literally 5 minutes later, my camera died. Great! So obviously most of the footage for this day will most likely be from my phone for obvious reasons.
Motherfucker, when you forget to charge your camera battery before you go out and do shit, and now you gotta use your phone. God, I fucking hate this. Anyways, I think it's time for me to head down and do stuff.
Now, I would make a joke that's along the lines of, after being stuck in the city for 30 minutes because I didn't know what the badges were being handed out, but for once, I actually knew where I was going for once. The badges pickup location was actually in the main part of the city, right in front of Rundle Mall, Shin Tokyo. I actually filmed some stuff here during last year's recap, which was, I mean, it's kind of a coincidence, but today, I was here to pick up my creator badge because this was this year's pickup spot. But before I went and grabbed my badge, I went into good old JB Hi-Fi, an Australian tech and music shop. Ironically, I also visited this place last year. And the main reason that I went in was because I needed to buy something. And that thing was this. Okay, enough fucking... enough sidetracking. Okay, I finally went and grabbed my badge, and because of the obvious fact that my camera was dead, I didn't get footage of the pickup for some reason. Cough cough, blame Past Chunk for not charging his camera, cough cough.
Yeah, we got it, I guess. That's cool. Okay. Yeah, fucking... God damn it.
After wanting to kill Past Chunk from the inside out, I immediately met a couple people who were also selected to be creators. I'm gonna try and list everyone who I met during this weekend as stuff goes, and I'll also try and add links to these peeps in the description as I go on. I'll also try and not butcher everyone's names as I go on as well. Cause, I mean, people's usernames are kind of confusing, but you know, let's ignore that. Pretty sure that the people who I met at the badge pickup location was Burke Time, Average Rook, Mivirial, and Miss Radcore. I'm hoping I got your names right. After a bit of small talk and a bit of, you know, questionable things that we've said, we all ended up deciding to go grab lunch. The place that we went to go grab lunch at was a little spot called Ajisen. They recently opened up a brand new location in Rundle, and I mean, I guess I heard about it, and I just decided to take the others there to suss it out, and Jesus fucking Christ, there was so much food. I got a bowl of chashu ramen, and look, man, there was so much to it. I mean, like, it was good ramen. I'm not gonna lie. There's probably like a couple better spots, but you know, this is good to me. But like, my body was just killing itself on the inside after having a bunch of meat stuffed into it. Okay, wait, no, I worded that wrong. My body was basically just not feeling like eating, and having this whole bowl of ramen in front of me was just way too intimidating. So I was trying to eat as much as I can while not gagging from, I think it was anxiety, maybe, perhaps. Everyone else was full after eating, and I just tried to eat as much as I can before we all left. We all then decided to suss out the city for a bit, mainly just to see if anyone else was there and, you know, if we could like meet more creators and that kind of thing. Which basically meant that all of us went to the pigeon statue in the city. You know, this giant pigeon statue, this silver majestic bird. And the other guys were basically just, okay, look, I don't know what they're doing in the footage, but I mean, looks like they were having fun.
What the fuck?
During the walk around, we met up with two other creators that were going to be there. Those people being Panda Payday and Melody Panda. No relation, they just both have Panda in their username for some reason, I don't get why. And then for some reason, everyone decided to migrate to the balls. If you guys don't know what the balls are, they're just two giant metallic balls in front of, in the middle of Rundle Mall. That's what they are. That's what the balls are. And everyone just decided to take this photo of ourselves. For some reason, I was one of the least distorted people in this photo. After a bit of statue viewing, everyone wanted to go down to the Central Market to look at... What did they want to look at again? Oh yeah, they wanted to look at every stall in the Central Market. Ah, shit. So for the rest of the day 0, you were basically just walking around the Central Market, just kind of just looking at stuff. I mean, I was happy to tag along, but I'm not gonna lie, I felt like I was babysitting a bunch of kids that wanted to just look at everything around them.
At this point, it doesn't even feel like I'm hanging out with like creators. It feels like I'm babysitting like a bunch of children. They're sussing everything out. Dogs, bro.
Which, okay, look, it sounds like I'm complaining, but I'm not gonna lie, it was actually kind of a pretty nice thing to experience. Seeing people who don't live here just getting excited at literally something that I do every day, it was kind of nice to see, I'm not gonna lie. Also, for some reason, when we were looking around, there was just like multiple AVCon posters around, and I just kind of just kept pointing them out.
Hey guys, wait a minute. Yo, Randy Feltface?
It was dumb of me, but like it was funny. As we kept walking around, I was starting to feel a tiny bit sick. Not like sick of looking at stuff in the Central Market, but I mean like almost physically sick. The main reason being, the others decided to stop by a spice shop, which allowed you to open the containers of spice to pack yourself. Thing is, we kinda just sniffed them and Jesus Christ, these smelled strong, I'm not gonna lie. And I think that was kinda like the tipping point where I was just like, oh, fucking Jesus Christ, I need to sit down, bro. I think that spice shop basically fucked up my sense of smell for the rest of the day. So I walked outside, took a couple breaths outside, and waited until the others were done. Ah, never mind. They apparently went to go grab frozen yogurt. I guess I'm gonna have to walk. Ah, shit. I don't have the money to animate Chunked running through the Central Market, trying not to die on the inside. So just, I want you to imagine it real quick. Me holding my breath, running past literally every stall, trying not to fucking suffocate myself. Yeah, it wasn't fun. Hey, Chunk, do you know? The good news was that I made it to the frozen yogurt place. The bad news, that I fucked up my sense of smell again. But at this point, everyone was kind of just planning to head back to their hotels to prep for a creator meeting that all of us were going to. I did not go. The main reason was just because I was, actually, nah, I'm not gonna lie, I was lazy. Like, I was hella lazy, I'm not gonna lie. Also, socializing is a bitch, so, you know, nah, no thank you. After saying goodbye to the others for the day, I took a train back into the main city, and I decided to stop by an arcade, for one simple reason. To play some goddamn Taiko no Tatsujin. Because I was bored or something, I don't fucking know. You fucking... Look, man, child needs a stimulation. Also, this is foreshadowing, remember this. After my Taiko time, I then finally decided to go home because Jesus fucking Christ, I had used up all of my energy before the con even started. So your boy just went sleep, he went eep, and that puts an end to day 0. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the main event. I woke up at 7:30 in the morning, and took a train into the city, then took a train directly to the showgrounds. It's a bit confusing, don't worry, just, you know, basically just took a pit stop. I got there at around 9 AM, but the convention started at 10, so I was kind of just left waiting for a bit. Thankfully, for not too long. A benefit with me having a creator pass instead of media is that I get early access to the convention, by like about 30 minutes, I think it was 30 minutes? Yeah, I think it was 30 minutes. So, after only half an hour of waiting, I was already in, and I think this part was obvious. I sprinted and ran over to the arcade to see, you know, those things. I fucked up the transition from the script because I'm kind of improvising it while reading the script, but you know, let's just transition this, okay? Alright, anyways, let's talk about the rhythm games that they had this year. They had a couple new ones, so I'll basically just talk about the new ones instead of the old ones. So there was Groove Coaster, a game with a control scheme. Okay, fuck, I'm sorry, I can't avoid this. The controller looks like two titties. I'm not gonna lie. And then there was DJ Max Technica, an older game that requires you to tap notes when they cross the scrolling judgment. They also had setups for Project Diva and, for some reason, Project Xaigalt, so that's something. All of these were brought by Xaigalt, a good friend of mine and the owner of the Amalind arcade. I guess I can kind of just use this time to promote them because, you know, they've shown me a lot of hospitality in the past and just, you know, I feel like it's justified. I had footage of myself playing Sound Vortex and Waka, but Jesus Christ, the angles looked kinda horrible, so I'm just gonna give you the old footage from last year. Screw you. Actually, come to think of it, I kinda just realized I only played Sound Vortex and Waka this year. Fuck, I really missed out. Oh, sucks to suck, I guess. After playing a set of Waka, I decided to test out the other things at the arcade. I looked at some of the prize games in the corner and... Hey, wait a minute, I recognize that person. Okay, sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. Okay. I ended up finding some people that you'd know from the channel. I found JJ, Bottle, and Oracle. Nice to see them again. It's actually been a bit since I've met them in person. Bottle actually told me that she had something for me before the convention started, so I was kind of just left waiting to see what it is, and when I got it, oh my god, it was a small chunk sob keychain. Jesus Christ, I fucking love it. Oh my god, I love personalized gifts, so this genuinely made my day. This was a highlight. And after a bit of hanging out with the others, I finally decided to suss out the other bits of the convention because, you know, I kind of need to. Can't just stay in the arcade forever. And that was one of the worst mistakes of my life. Okay, I think I'm gonna go out and suss out the other stuff. I kind of need to because, you know, fucking recording and shit.
Okay, don't get killed.
12 seconds later.
Oh, hey, oh god, what happened?
Code yellow. We've got a fucking code yellow.
What the fuck is a code yellow?
What's up, motherfuckers?
Oh, shit.
Something that I forgot to mention during the prologue is that I did some collab streams with some of the other creators. One of the creators who joined in alongside everyone else is a VTuber called HYPA. I'll call her just Vox for short, cause you know, easy. My immediate first impression that I got from her was chaos. Pure and utter chaos. We first probably talked during a game of Repo that we joined into, and I later found out that she liked rhythm games. I didn't really think much of it until a certain string of messages that happened on my birthday.
Chunks, we game at AVCon, surely. I may be bad at games, but it's the journey that matters.
Oh, fucking course.
Yes. Taiko time, baby!
I'm pretty bad myself, I'm pretty rusty right now. Now, if you may have guessed, that last part was a lie. I've been playing Arcade Taiko regularly for the past 3 years or so I kind of felt like I was at a bit of a disadvantage, just slight disadvantage. That was until I had an idea. What if I intentionally put myself at a disadvantage too? What if I had someone to distract me while I was playing Taiko? And thus, I entrusted Oracle with the plan to screw me over during my Taiko session with Vox. Mind you, this whole thing took place during June, and it was like a whole month of planning, and I was basically just thinking about it the rest of the month leading up to AVCon. And Jesus Christ, I was scared of what they were cooking up. Anyways, so back to the present, and obviously, I didn't get vaporized at the moment that I stepped outside the arcade. Instead, I walked over to the Streamcast studio, an area that was pretty much a central meeting point for all the creators. Some of them were even streaming to raise money for Game on Cancer, a fundraiser that helps raise money for curing all types of cancer, which I found really neat. When I got there, I saw two semi-familiar figures talking amongst each other. One of them I instantly recognized, and the other had a familiar aura to them, but I just couldn't put my finger on it at the time. I was about to say hi, but then I realized that I forgot my creator badge at the arcade. So imagine just like some dude wearing all black, no badge, holding a camera. Jesus Christ, I look like someone who was stalking someone. Like, it genuinely looked like I sneaked in just to stalk someone, but nonetheless, I tried saying hello. Hey. Okay, fuck, she didn't recognize me. You know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna out myself right now, or else it'll seem like extremely sus. It's chunked, by the way.
Oh, chunked!
So I met Vox in person for the first time. She's shorter than me, which is funny. And I also found out that the other person talking with her was another VTuber that I became familiar with. His name is Scarnon. Scarnon. Wait, fuck, is his name a pun? Fuck, is his name a— Jesus Christ, I just noticed. How long did that take me? What the fuck? Vox said that she wanted to take a photo with me, so I agreed. You know, everything was fun, until she put me in a headlock and noogied me.
Got a chunk.
Don't noogie the boy! Not gonna lie, pretty entertaining, but, you know, my dignity's gone. Anyways, after meeting up with them, they gave me some stickers, and I headed back to the arcade. Hey, wait a minute, wasn't I supposed to look at more stuff instead of walking over to the streamer area and then just walking back to the arcade? Probably not. So, met back up with Bottle, JJ, and Oracle, and told them about what just went down. A bit of a funny thing that I should probably tell you guys is that these three ended up becoming fans of Vox after one of the AVCon collab streams. Actually, no, JJ was a fan of Vox for a bit before then, but, you know, they were pretty excited to see that I met her. Jesus fucking Christ, knock next time, what the hell?
Oh my god, is that Vox?
Your mic is glitching so bad, but it's funny. So Vox and Scarnon stopped by the arcade, and immediately everyone kinda just swarmed them. Wow, golly gee, it's almost like they're fans of her or something. At least Scarnon and I were kind of just like looking at everyone while like Vox was being swarmed. That brief moment where everyone was huddled around her just kind of made me process that, oh fuck, right, I have the possibility to die this weekend. And not in like the physical way, more so like dying mentally, dying on the inside, that kind of thing. So why not have myself die via another way? Okay, can I finally continue with this recap?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Go on then.
Okay, thank you. Anyways, after the big swarm and me getting my ass kicked, it was now time for the big showdown against me and Vox. And for some reason, the drums were swapped. P1 drum was P2 and vice versa. Well, that's gonna be confusing. It actually caused me to fumble around the settings and I kept exiting out of the game the entire time. God, I felt so bad about that. But nonetheless, I let Vox pick the first song, and the others were basically just standing still while I was playing. So my first thought was, oh, they probably don't have anything playing. God, I'm safe. That was until I heard Bottle say this.
Nah, we're gonna go hard during Chunk's pick.
Shit. So we played Vox's pick, then it got to mine, where I decided, you know what, I'm gonna die anyways. I might as well go out with a bang. And I chose the song, Unlimited Games. Now, Unlimited Games has a 10-star Oni chart. Gee, I wonder why that is. But even with how fast the song is, I've played this song way too much leading up to the AVCon. So I just kind of thought, oh, surely the distractions I'm about to deal with are just gonna be noise related and not visual. Ah, you summer child. Boy, was I wrong. So, obviously I didn't win.
What do you mean you kicked my ass?
Okay, wait, no, I meant that I didn't win in like a successfully cleared the song with all the distractions way. 'Cause Jesus Christ, I got my fucking ass kicked. After being fucking brutally assaulted, I then actually decided to suss out more of the convention because look, man, I'm a creator. I need to suss out everything. If I just stayed in one area, that would have kinda just defeated the purpose of being a creator in the first place, you know. And something I forgot to mention at the beginning was the convention was now split between two buildings, the Jubilee Pavilion and the Wayville Pavilion. I guess let's start off with the Jubilee Pavilion because, well, that's where I've been at during the start of the entire convention, and I probably would have dwelled there during the entire con if I wanted to. They had a screening room that was screening anime like Made in Abyss? Excuse? During the day? Bro, that shit's fucked up and you're showing that during the day? Ignoring the obvious way that a child could get traumatized during broad daylight, they also had a section for indie games again, which was sick. I also found out that one of the people who were showcasing stuff during the event, they emailed me before the event to come over and, you know, play their game. Oh, fuck. I'm sorry for not responding to your email in time. I don't check my business emails that much, I'm sorry. The Maid Cafe was back. They had an area full of retro games, which, okay, honestly, I didn't take any footage of it. I really should have though, but I didn't. I think that's just gonna be a recurring theme with these videos. I would just get too caught up in the moment to record stuff. I'm sorry. I'll try and do better next year, I hope. They had a kids area this year with a... Is that a fucking ball pit? Oh no. Oh no. Oh, no, not the... Oh, no. Oh. And, yeah, I mean, I guess that's kind of all the stuff from the Jubilee Pavilion. So, I mean, that... Hang on, sorry. Yeah? What's up? Beat Saber tournament? Oh, yeah, right. Forgot about that. So, apparently there was signups for a Beat Saber tournament, and I was planning to join in, but I sat where they said to wait for tournament signups, and I waited for like a good 5 minutes until the dude that was playing on the tourney setup just handed the headset to someone else. And after seeing that, I kind of just gave up and walked away. Dog, I was legit the only one waiting, and dude decides to hand it over to a dude that just came in. You know, kind of a good thing because I basically just fallen out of love with Beat Saber. It's all about the funny Japanese machines that require to use all your brain power to comprehend. Anyways, that's all that was in the Jubilee Pavilion. I'll keep talks about the other pavilion for day 2, so you know, yeah, just keep watching, I guess. And at this point, the time was about 5 p.m. and the entire convention was about to switch to After Dark, which I couldn't stay for because, you know, Yeah, just one more year. Just one more year. I just gotta wait one more year. So, Bottle, Oracle, and I decided to ditch and go into the city to grab some dinner and do some other dumb shit. Our first stop was back to Shin Tokyo, where Oracle went to pick up a vinyl while I went and tried to find dumb shit.
Please tell me they still have it. Yeah, I don't think it's here. Damn it. Damn, they don't have the girl who became a...
Then we ended the day by grabbing some KFC and kinda just chilled and reflected on the day that we just experienced, which gave Bottle time to make this post on Twitter about Vox.
Guys, I met the real HYPA Vox. She seems a little bit flat though.
Okay, now hang on a second.
God, she's so base for that. Anyways, we finished our food, Oracle, Bottle, and I went our separate ways, and I sat down to ponder what I was gonna do for day 2. Hey, wait a minute, it hasn't rained during this entire weekend, that's kinda odd. Oh fuck, I'm late. I'm hoping I adverted your expectations, because it didn't rain, and I slept past the opening during day 2. Fuck! I woke up at around like 10:45, and then I realized that I was probably gonna miss one of the things I was looking forward to during this day, and that thing was the creator screening, where all the creators were allowed to submit clips to be featured in an hour-long screening. The screening was gonna happen at 11:30, and by the time that I left the house, it was already 11 AM. So as fast as I can, I basically just tried to get there as quickly as possible. And when I got there, it was already 11:25, and I had to walk 5 minutes to make it to the screening. So I did what any logical person does. I ran as fast as my legs could run to make it to the creator screening, and when I got there, they were still setting up. Ugh, thank fuck! After breathing a sigh of relief, thank fucking god, I sat down and watched everyone's clips. And as I was watching, Vox, Scarnon, and I think Rook showed up? Someone else who showed up, who I haven't introduced yet, was Delister, hoping I get your name right. So, nice to finally meet them too. Someone else who also tagged along was Droid Noodles. I know their name is a pun on like dried noodles, but you know, yeah, I'm hoping I got your name right too. But yeah, don't know if they were hanging with Vox and Scarnon before, but they were nice. So I was sitting down watching everyone's clips. It was funny. I was watching, laughing occasionally, and then oh fuck. Yeah, I got my clips shown. I got my clip show shown. It was a run of some highlights from the main channel videos, such as reiterate.
What kind of fucking murderous bastard goes sock shoe?
And I was just trying not to die on the inside while watching it back, but I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty entertaining. Having people around me just watching my own dumb bullshit. I also found out that Vox does sock shoe, which I wish I didn't learn, but more the reason to kill her in the future. For legal reasons, that's a joke. Don't sue me. Don't sue me. Now, I submitted 2 clip shows, but unfortunately the second one wasn't shown. Probably because it was a clip show of... So I was kind of bummed, but, you know, I got the reasoning, so yeah. After everyone kind of left, after probably dying from secondhand embarrassment, I went with Scarnon, Vox, and Droid over to the Streamcast studio to take a photo by the Creator Lounge. The Creator Lounge was one singular couch. That's the Creator Lounge. That's it. But aside from that, there was apparently a contest, saying that because I think there was no contest and it was all just for fun, where you had to take a photo on the couch in the funniest way. I look like I'm hungover as shit. Then the others vandalized their cardboard cutouts by putting mustaches on them. That was kinda... Oh fuck, wait, shit, I forgot about this. Yeah, I forgot to mention this. Vox, Scarnon, and Dale had cardboard cutouts in the streamer area. These were going to be auctioned off during the big auction this year, which I found pretty cool, but we'll talk about the auction later. Actually, one of the things that they were going to auction off was a sign that was in front of the main stream setup. Everyone was kind of just told to sign it, and I ended up getting Bean to draw chunked on it for the funny. Oh yeah, shit, I forgot to mention. Yeah, Bean was there too. Hello! Anyways, after doing stuff in the Streamcast studio, I was kinda stuck on things to do. I'm not gonna lie, my brain was kinda just fried. Scarnon went to go grab food, so that kinda just left me and Vox to just wander around for a bit. First thing we did was go back to the arcade section again. Oh, fucking course, because, you know, fucking, you know me, fucking, yeah. The main reason that we went back was because Zai invited Vox to play Waka, and I was kind of just there, kind of just helping her navigate the menus and such. It was nice. And after Vox finished her session of Waka, I got second dibs. So I decided to run towards my death. So you may be wondering, Chunked, why are you doing a Chunked Explains about this one singular Waka song? Whoa, small, young, frail Victorian boy. Mobius is a song that got introduced in Waka Reverse, and is regarded as the hardest official song that was ever released in Waka. With its Inferno chart being the only 15 chart that was ever officially released before the game went offline permanently. Now, the story of my Waka grind is a story for another time. No, you aren't getting I played high level Waka for a year anytime soon, but this song has been my end goal when it comes to Waka. You know, actually, it's kind of funny that I went through that whole spiel about Mobius, when literally the process of me playing the song ends with, yeah, not yet, but hopefully soon. Hopefully. So, this kind of aged poorly. Mainly because, this happened.
Oh shit! Wait! Holy shit! Wait! No fucking shot!
No way!
No fucking shot! Hang on!
Wait!
Yes! Let's fucking go!
Oh my fucking god!
Yeah, that's kind of all I wanted to show you guys. Okay, back to the video. Vox was on DJ Max while I was getting my ass kicked by Mobius, and she kind of just like, I feel like she took a couple slight glances while I was doing shit, and after I finished wrapping up, she just kind of just looked at me as we were heading out of the arcade and just said,
You know, I think you might like rhythm games, but you know, I don't know why I would think that.
tell me about it. So after playing Arm Murder the song, we went to the free play section where they had multiple games lined up. You know, there was stuff like, you know, Street Fighter, Mario Kart was over in the back, but the game that intrigued Vox the most was Crash Team Racing. So obviously, she challenged me to a game of CTR, which I agreed to, and that's all I'm gonna say about it.
Aren't you going to say anything about how you won or lost?
Bro, I got my ass kicked. I'm not talking about that shit. After my humiliating defeat, again, do not ask me about that shit. We ain't talking about that yet. We then decided to go to the building adjacent to the Jubilee Pavilion. That's right, I'm finally talking about the Wayville Pavilion. Over in this building is where the Artist Alley, the free play board games, and the exhibitors were at. Now, I would've bought something from the Artist Alley, but I'm not gonna lie, there was so much, and my small brain just, like, I couldn't process everything, and I don't even think I had the money to buy stuff from Artist Alley, so, you know, unfortunately, I had to avoid it. I'm sorry, money. Meanwhile, we pan back to Vox, and something that I learned to find out about Vox is that she really likes Pikachu-related things. And like, not in like a, oh, I just like the character a bit way. Most of her belongings and most of the stuff that she owns is mainly Pikachu-related. So, what happens when you throw a Pikachu-obsessed person in a convention with Pokemon-related goodies in it? Well...
Oh my god, is that...
Vox, no.
I want it.
So I'm pretty sure at this point you can probably guess the routine that I just went through. I mean, to be fair, I have the same fascination with rhythm games, alright? I can't really blame her for this. And during this whole weird thing that I went through, I suddenly get a call from JJ. Heyo.
Dude, do you and Vox want to go open Pokemon packs?
Wait, what? How come?
Bean just got a whole box of crayons in it from one of the prize games and she really wants us to open them.
Shit, really? Okay, fuck. I'll head down as soon as I can, trust me. I'll be there soon. So as you might have just heard, Bean wants some Pokemon TCG stuff from one of the Redemption games. So Vox and I rushed over there, and we basically just pulled packs during that entire time. And the haul was pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a big Pokemon TCG guy, but I'm pretty sure that Vox and Bean got good cards. Vox got a VMAX, and Bean got a trainer full art, while the rest of us got Dookie. And after we got done with opening packs, I think pretty much we were just... Is that fucking Emuo Tori? Fuck. God, my fucking throat feels like shit. Sorry. Anyways, so I diverged one last time from everyone else to do some last minute preparations, and then headed back to the main stage to watch the closing ceremony with Vox, Scarnon, and Droid. And... well... God, I felt so disinterested, I'm not gonna lie. I think the opening act for the closing ceremony was the thing that kind of disinterested me. Like, it wasn't bad, it was just too corny for me, and it's just, yeah. Also the fact that basically everyone got ear from the speakers, so I was basically just playing Tetris the entire time. I'm sorry, baby needs his entertainment, I'm like an iPad kid, I was probably born an iPad kid, and I just, you know, yeah. And right as I snapped back to reality, the auctions happened. This time, I had no distractions like last year, so I sat through and paid attention to the entire thing with all the others. Well, actually, that's a partial lie.
I will be bidding for Vox soon.
Wait, are you actually bidding? Because if so, I might make a joke bid.
That's what I'm doing. At here, help me crowdfund Vox standee.
Oh god, okay.
JJ, you have fucked us all. So, JJ was gonna bid for the cutouts, which I didn't expect. Problem was that he could only spend $100, and since they were auctioning all 3 of the cutouts as a bundle, we were really uncertain about the starting bid. And so, I waited, and they started the bid off at $200. Well, shit, dream's dead. I guess, there goes the opportunity of...
I don't want the artwork, but I'm willing to give you $500 towards charity.
What?
Okay, so a stranger was donating $500 just to charity, and he didn't even want the cutouts. At this point, I didn't even know what the hell was going on. I didn't know what was gonna happen, I didn't know where the cutouts were going, fucking everything just like, felt like a blur. That was... until I heard the voice of someone familiar.
Is that in the back?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So, JJ managed to bid the 100 that he was planning to do.
Starting off. 100!
Which was great. He was finally gonna get the cutouts like he said. But I had other plans.
101! 101!
No, 110 or higher.
105!
Do we...
Fuck it.
110?
Okay, 110, 110.
110? Did I get a mic down there? 110, 110?
110, 110.
110 going once.
110 going twice. Third, final score. $110.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, I was the one who bought the 3 cutouts.
We may have done something. We may have done something.
Well, actually, no, it was more like JJ bought the cutouts and I paid an extra $10, which wasn't really needed, but still, this was genuinely one of the stupidest things I have done in recent memory, in any type of whatever the fuck. So, JJ and I talked about where the cutouts were gonna go beforehand, and obviously, we unanimously agreed where they were going to. These cutouts are now property of the Amalind arcade, where they will be sat next to rhythm games for the rest of their lives. So yeah, have fun, you 3. Yeah, have fun. After moving the cutouts down to the arcade section for Zai and literally everyone else to ponder upon, I walked back to my seat, right next to literally everyone whose cutouts I just bought, and I swear, I got the most
Why the fuck did you do that?
look from everyone else, and to that I say, I did it for the bid. And just like that, the auctions ended, and AVCon 2025 was over. Bro, I genuinely was still trying to process everything that just went on during the auction, because, dog, everything happened all at once. I could not think of anything. And now, we got fucking these things. To wrap up the weekend, I went out with some of the other creators to an after party that was organized for everyone who contributed to AVCon this year.
Sex!
When we got there though, it's basically like almost every celebration party or any adult party, where it's mainly just drinking and socializing. So Vox decided to dip, and so did I. I said goodbye to Scarnon and Droid, and then decided to walk out. When we were walking out, I kinda just realized I had a bunch of stuff on my mind at the time about my own mental health, and I kinda just rambled to Vox about me having stuff that was clouding my mind. I didn't really want to say much about it, so I kept it on the low, but I'm glad that she was okay with listening. Afterwards, I realized that my ride was gonna be late, so I said that I was just gonna dwell outside until the time came. I was content with staying outside, which, yeah, I mean, I did that for the past 2 days, but Vox was actually kind of concerned about me staying out alone. I did insist that I was fine, but she was still worried, so I just told her that I would hang out with Zai and the others while helping pack up the arcade to pass the time. You know, I'm actually kind of thankful that she was concerned about me being outside, just alone. So honestly, thank you Vox for looking out for me while I was... yeah. And so, I waited at the arcade, I got picked up, and now, finally, AVCon was... So y'all ever work on a video for a year straight? Hey, it's Future Chunked. I think my appearances are gonna be a recurring thing in these videos at this point. Fucking, you got the DDR video and I just randomly appeared and now we have this. I wasn't gonna say anything, but after watching back the original ending for this video, I kind of felt like it wasn't really good enough, in my opinion, so here I am. To start off, sorry for this video taking so long to come out. I mean, I didn't really intend for this video to be as long as it was, but honestly, like, when I was working on this, the whole wait, it was mainly just because I was waiting out for people and I didn't really intend for that. The ETA for this video was supposed to be like August or September, but then certain things happened and weird segue aside. I think now, after all this time, I think I want to like give my full and honest thoughts about this whole convention that I spent 45 minutes talking about. Quick disclaimer, these are my own thoughts and opinions. Everyone can form their own thoughts about this whole convention, but I'm going to speak what's on my mind. Don't sue me. So from the outside, aka as a regular attendee, AVCon 2025 was pretty alright. Most of my experience during AVCon in 2025 was mainly from having people hang out with me, which is cool, but you know, when you don't have people around you and you're kind of just walking around aimlessly, then you know, it's kind of it's something. I mean, like, from a general convention goer standpoint, you're like fine, like everything's all fine from the outside, but like behind the scenes, it was kind of rocky, I'm not gonna lie. One of my general nitpicks this year was definitely the guest list, because when in the year prior you had Baby Beard and Doki Bird, you kind of want to be on par with that for the year after, but I'm sorry to say, it's just the general reaction that I heard from most people was just a whole lot of, sorry, who are you? Now, okay, the guest list would have been semi-forgiving, but it also kind of seemed like they were rushing a tiny bit with the guest list for 2025, because, like, certain other conventions that were happening later in the year, but got their announcements around Q1 or Q2 of 2025, they already announced all of their guest lists, but then, like, AVCon only announced their final guest during the final few weeks leading up to AVCon. And while yes, I did not touch up on the AVCon ball, which apparently revealed all the guests beforehand, I'm sorry to say, but like, locking early access to your guest list behind another event, I don't know, just that doesn't really seem right to me. And look, I don't know the circumstances of the AVCon team during 2025, but like, from like my point of view, and from everyone else's point of view who I've talked to about AVCon, man, it was kind of disappointing. There's probably many other things I could bring up from this year, but honestly, it's probably just me speaking on behalf of some of my friends who showed up there too, because those are not my thoughts, they're mostly their thoughts and shit. Again, I'm just gonna say this, I'm not trying to slander them, by the way. I'm not trying to slander AVCon. I'm not trying to slander the AVCon committee. They're doing their hardest. They're doing their damned hardest. But like, they kind of just need to get a bit of criticism about the whole thing, because like, I'm just hoping they reconsider stuff for 2026, because, you know, yeah. Which actually brings me to my second thing that I'm going to talk about. Unfortunately, I will not be going to AVCon in 2026. Before you say anything, no, there's nothing bad that happened, nothing, like no bad blood, no nothing. It's more so just bad timing, I'd say. As much as I'd really want to go again this year, I really can't. The reason being is, well, I'm going on holiday, and it just so happens that this trip overlaps with AVCon this year. So again, as much as I'd really want to go, I'm not going to be able to attend, no matter how hard I try. Well, unless they allow me to be there by someone holding me on like an iPad or something on like a Discord call, but you know, I really doubt it. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Though with the lack of some type of Chunk Does type video this year, apart from this doesn't really count, I will try and compromise this year, because I do have something else planned. and that thing is another convention. But I'm gonna keep it a bit of a secret until I find out if I'm able to go. Which, God, I hope I can, but we kinda just have to wait and see, I guess, for now. And now, one final thing that I'd like to talk about before I end this video and, you know, do everything else. I want to talk about the people who I have met during this video. This is a bit of a late message, but to those who I've interacted with during the making of this video, like some of the creators, some of the AVCon committee, basically just anyone who's like been of help or just wanted to hang out. I don't know if you guys will see this, but honestly, I really thank all of you for talking to this dumb introverted little fuck. Though I will say, after the con ended, I haven't really caught up with anyone or talked to them in any way, because nobody really reached out to me. I didn't really reach out back, but you know, it's whatever. But it is what it is. Whoa. Actually, that's a bit of a partial lie. I have kept in touch with one person.
Hey, me howdy.
And I think that's about it for little future chunked in this video. I'm hoping that I don't need to do this shit anymore in future videos, because holy fuck, doing this is kind of tiring. It's like, work on a video for a really long time and then just be like, oh, now I need to record some fucking ending bit to clarify what the fuck happened. But yeah, so I didn't really have anything planned, but apart from that, thanks for watching. You know, like, comment, subscribe, you know, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, so once again, that's all for today, and I'll see you all sometime soon. Later.